Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to my channel, and happy Independence Day. I'm going to be doing a 4th of July layout for today, since it is the 4th of July. I cut those strips thinking I was going to also frame my photo in that, and I was going to cut them a little more rustic when I did it, but then I decided to do my photos in red, white, and blue. Boo, no, blue. Um, Instead. And so, yeah, I'm going to be doing it that way. But the thought was there. I do have extra strips now that I can do something with, though. My pictures, if you can barely see them over there, I went through them pretty quick, too. That's my great niece, Ariana, and she's sitting on the deck, and it has the rails there. And I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and make some rails. Well, the reason being, the biggest reason, is that on the cut apart, there was this dog, and I fussy cut it out earlier. It's in the bowl over to the side. So I wanted to use it on the layout, and I thought, where am I going to put him? And I was trying to decide, and I thought, well, I can duplicate that railing across there. Although my rails might be spaced a little farther apart. But I cut that one, and it kind of looks like wheat or weed or something, but I like it pretty good. And then I also cut some grass that's taller, and I'm just showing an example on here. I'm cutting the last of them on here and just using the scraps from the die cut, and I'm making them taller. I have the grass that's over there to the right with my Fiskars punch, but I wanted some taller stuff. Like they forgot to weed eat after they mowed the grass. And so they're going to be on each one of those slats there for the deck. And I'm just going to glue well, not completely down. The leaves aren't down completely because I wanted them to look like they got a little more movement. And then put grass in front of them. And I am inking everything to give it different tones. And it's a good thing I didn't didn't glue the whole thing, because I'm going to end up the two in the middle covering them up a little bit, which I thought was fine when I first thought of it. And as soon as I seen it, I thought, oh, I don't like that. I'm going to have to pull them out. And they weren't glued down, so I was able to pull them out and put it in front of I don't know if you call it a banner or what, those things that they have on the railings of houses on the 4th of July. That's what I'm going to make to go on there. And um, I did ink the wood grain just to give it more finished edges instead of looking like paper that's cut. I want it to look a little bit more like wood slats or something. And yeah, I left a lot of this in here. That paper is it came from Michael's. I bought it on eBay and paid more for it, but it was a hot buy at one time, and it had ombre paper. Some of them had 2 colors, some 3, I think, even. I'm not 100% sure on that one because I apparently used all my favorites already. Now I'm going through and picking my second favorites. I'm making my banner here, and I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and rather than score each one of them, I would go through and score them all together. And I pushed harder on the top half and tried to get a lighter hand as I went down, because I knew the top half was 3 deep and the bottom wasn't. But I am going to fold them individually. And I went ahead and turned the camera off to fold them. And then I answered the phone, did this and that. I forgot to turn it back on. But I did fold them all and layer them together. And I put it on a half circle. Oh, maybe a little bit more than a half. With liquid glue, I thought, man, I should have got my hot glue gun out. But I didn't. And I went ahead and put liquid glue even on the folds parts, on the tips that was touching the paper there. And I am going to put it on my layout the same way. I'm putting plenty of glue because I don't want them to come undone at some date in the future. But I only did a half one, and I did use the whole 12 inches. Usually when I make the rosette that goes all the way around, it's 12 inches that I use. But this is so much bigger. And instead of meeting everything in the center, you can see the good sized gap there. I knew I was going to be covering it up. So I just wanted it wider on here, like somebody actually hung a banner on the railing. And I'm not sure oh, here's where I went in and pulled that greenery up. It was tucked under, and I pulled it up, and I thought, well, after forcing it up, because it is kind of flimsy looking. It's sturdier than you would think, but it is still flimsy. I went ahead and glued the tips of those greenery pieces down. In the center part, I'm going to put Let Freedom Ring, and that was a sticker that was on the sticker sheet. And I'm going to go ahead and back it in the red. And I love layering, so yeah, that's part of it why I liked it. But I wanted to make sure it was even sturdier. And I did put foam tape in that hole there so that it wouldn't kind of cave in. And my plan was to put the railing over the top of that, just like I was going over the top of the grass that needed weed eated too. But I'm going to change my mind really quick and have it pop out too. And I'm putting foam tape on it because I want it to be up higher like the banner is rather than being lower. So it looks like it's really hung from it. It's what my plan is. And then I'll be done with my fence. I won't have a whole lot left to do. I'm just moving right along with this layout. But I do hope you all have a wonderful 4th of July. Get to spend it with family and have loads of fun. And here's my photos that I did in the red, white, and blue. And so I had the outside red, then white, because, I wanted them in order, only backwards. So I put the stars right next to the photo. But I thought, well, with the white in the middle, that helps it show up even more. And when I laid them down there, I thought, oh, that's just a little too white. I don't like that. So I am inking it in Close to My Heart Breeze ink. And I'm just going to go pretty lightly over there. You can see it more in some places than the other, especially the corners, because, I like making the corners darker. And I'm going to lay my photos down and see it looks that much better because it helps bring the blue out. I am putting foam tape on both actually, because with my banner and stuff up higher, even the one on the top, has to have some, and bottom. I even put it on the bottom one because I wanted everything to be closer to the same height. And there's that little dog. It is just so cute. He has the cutest top hat, and he is holding a flag. So yeah, I wanted to make a scene for him to sit at rather than just tucking him into a cluster. And my title, I'm using those stickers there, and they were just falling all over the place. I mean, you could see how horrible they were about sticking. And so, yeah, everything had to get glued down. And I thought, well, I'm going to use the blue Happy Life. Oh, I'm showing you right there. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it on my screen. Those stickers, when I stuck them down, they left pink letter shapes there. And I just used that rubber eraser and took it off. If it didn't work, I was going to pull my sand one out. But I'd rather not sand it if that one will work. But it took it off really good. And I heard somebody complaining on a video not that long ago. She was trying to use it. I didn't think about telling her then, or I would hunt that. If I could remember who did it, I'd hunt that video down and tell her, you got to make sure the part you're using is clean because they get dirty really easy. So you got to tear the dirty parts off. And I've had that one forever, since I first started scrapbooking. So they do last forever. And, it's still a good sized chunk. But yeah, it takes up a lot of stuff. And of course, undo takes stuff off too. So between the two different erasers and the undo, a lot of things can be fixed instead of doing them over or covering them up. You can cover up. That works really good too. I pulled this banner out and it says, I'm proud to be an American. And I put it there by her picture because she has like a flowing banner, kind of crepe paper looking. It's probably plastic streamers, red and white. And her mommy took several pictures. And I thought these were the two cutest. And I didn't mind that she's kind of looking off to the side there. I thought it was super cute. And there's one photo that she don't look happy at all in. Like, I'm tired of pictures. I want to go play. It's a holiday. I want to go play. But yeah, she's an adorable little thing. And these pictures were 2019, and I was really tempted to do the 2021, but I thought, well, I got more to choose from on these. I mean, she did like a photo shoot on these, but the 2020, there was only one. So I just went ahead and picked these to use today. But if you leave a comment down there below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so much. And thank you all so much for taking time to watch my video. And again, I hope you have a happy Independence Day and a happy scrappy week. Bye.